Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I've got Rach and Bella Crafts' latest kits. This is Mixed Media Medley, and I'm going to create something, but first I'm going to show you the kit. Now I haven't printed it all out, so I've done a screen record showing the kit pages. She's got a freebie for us, so some lovely paper dolls for us, and there's 2 pages of paper dolls, and then there's lots of words there that are really useful to use, and they've been done in different colours, so the same words but different colours, so they're useful. So I'm going to print these, probably 2 to a page. Now I'm just going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to go, so on my computer here I go File, Print, there it comes up. I've got a HP Envy, mine, it's the 6000 series, mine's 6000, I don't know, 235, something like that, I can't remember. I have it set there for photo on plain fine. I always have it on that. I have the link subscription, so it doesn't matter if I'm printing a page, whether it's in draft or fine print, it's they count the pages, so that's what I do. And then I can go, now there's 2 ways of having multiples per page. So we've got there copies per page. Now if I do 2 per page, what I'm getting is 2 the same on every page. I don't want that. Go down here to layout, it says 1 per sheet, and I press on that and I change that to 2. So now I'm getting the different ones on each sheet. I can change that and have 4. Now because there's only 6 pages, then I'm going to waste half that sheet, but if I wanted it that small, then I could, but I'm going to do it 2 so that they're a little bit smaller, because I think they'll be better for what I want to use them for. So, and then I just press print and it goes. And I can go up here where it says paper size, and I get the option for borderless. However, in this mode it doesn't work. I always get a little bit of a border when I do it this way. If I do it this way, so if I leave that back at 1, not that you necessarily see it, but in this, when I go borderless, it does, but you can't see in this because it's not got a border on. But for some reason down here, borderless, it doesn't happen. But you know, hey ho, I can live with that. Okay, so I love this. I saw it and I went, oh, that's just gorgeous. And I mean, I used to be a card maker. I used to, you know, be a standing up demonstrator, and I made loads and loads of cards, and I haven't felt like making cards for a very long time, and it was a real struggle to make some at Christmas. But Rach's Christmas kit made me make some, and then Tracy Fox's did, and I haven't made any since. But I saw this and I just thought they'd make beautiful cards. So it's great that it's made me think I'm going to make cards. And of course, if I make a card with this, it could equally be a journaling card. So I like that one and that one. So these are my two favourite that I just, well, they're the 2 sheets that I like it. So I've printed these on 200 GSM card. And then the other sheet that I liked, I thought I had a plain one, and I've done it for both. The other sheet I liked was this colourful one, and this is some of the little doodles. And this is what I was saying when I was going through the kit, that you can print then the doodles on top of the colour, and then these can be cut out and be sort of elements. So I printed them 2 to page, and I have shown you how I do that. And then the other one is these black and white prints. Again, I've printed these. I printed these 2 to, so this is 2 to a page, but they're the same picture, and this is 2 to a page, and they're different, and I show you how I do both of those. So hopefully that will be answering some questions. So I thought these would be quite good cut out, and then maybe one of these sort of on top. Just thought that might look quite good. So those were just the ideas that immediately jumped at me when I went through this kit. So first thing we've got to do is cut this up. So I'm going to take, I haven't printed this very straight, it's gone a bit squiff, so I'm going to So I've got these, they're not necessarily all the same size, but they are roughly 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. That does depend on how you've printed them. I printed these borderless, and they're not all the same size, but they are all very, very lovely. So I want to make some sort of simple cards with these, so I need to mat them. So I've gone and I've got some black and I got some craft card, and I'm thinking the black definitely pops the best. I think I've picked out, this is only 160 GSM card because it's just for matting. This is proper, it's about 300, which I wouldn't use for matting because then that makes your card very, very sort of top heavy really. So I'm gonna get these to a nice sort of size so that it's easy. I'm going to trim that little tad off there a bit. So we've gone to a little bit, so we've gone to there, so not quite 3 1/4. So I kind of wanted a square, so I'm trimming round to get it a square. So so we're there at 3 2 4 5/8, 3 5/8 square there on that. So if that's 3 5/8, it depends how big a border. I might only go for a really wee border on this. Normally I cut it so I get a 16th around. Let's have a look. So it's 3 5/8. So if I go 2 more 8ths out there, so we'll go 3 7/8. I'll see what that looks like. So I think that's a bit, well, it's what I normally do. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going for. Right, so that's them all cut out. So now I'm just going to stick them down. So I'm not going to do any inking. I'm just going to use a bit of art glitter around the edge. It's like a mass make card making. There we go. So now I'm forgetting that art glitter doesn't really have wiggle room. Okay. That's that. Just stunning. It really pops with the black background. and I'm going to print off the little sentiments, I think. So there we are. They're all done now, and I'm really loving how they're looking now with those black borders. They really, really pop lovely, and they just remind me of cards that you can pick up in those expensive arty shops. They're just gorgeous. Now you could just, you know, put a, you know, tea stained or coffee stained paper on the back, add a little word or something, and you've got yourself a really nice journaling card. And I might do that with some of them, but I also want to make greetings cards with them for a change, and I do think they look really good there on the back of this cream card. So I'm just going to, once again, because my memory's so short term, I'm just going to measure what I've got now. It was, some of them are a little bit different, but most of them there are 3 7/8. So actually that works well, because we've got 8 1/4, so I can do 4 1/8, can't I? Yeah, so that is, yeah, 4 1/8, and then this would be 4 1/8 folded in half. And that should be spot on. Oh, perfect for a nice little card. Like it. So I'll get 2 out of this. Oh, then I've got a bit spare. So let's just make up 2 like this. And see what we've got. This is, do you know, I picked this up thinking it was 300 GSM. I think it might be less. It's in a drawer marked 300 GSM, but that doesn't feel like 300 GSM, so I'm not right sure where this card came from. Anyway, it will do. So I might do that one, and then I'll do that one. That one, it's got a bit of bigger border because it's slightly smaller. I'm gonna even that up a bit, because the border here and here is a bit bigger, and that sort of thing annoys me, because I'm a little bit perfectionist. If this was for a junk journal journaling card, I wouldn't mind so much, but for a greetings card, I want it to be a bit more precise. It's just me. It's just the way I am. There, I like that. And I like that with that border. I'm all right with this one. I'm all right with that one. Right, so let's stick these down. Move them out of the way. Spoiling the view. There we go. So yeah, we'll stick that down. And I know that in other parts of the world, not the UK, it's nearly Mother's Day, isn't it? We have our Mother's Day in March, but I know other parts of the world have it in May, I think. So, I mean, I know this is like enough for 12 cards, but you might have a mother and a mother-in-law, so you might be making 2, and you might have a daughter that's a mum. So you might, or there might be a mum to be on Mother's Day. I remember getting mum to be cards when I was pregnant, especially the first time. That was just so exciting. It's probably the only time you got it, just to be fair. So I do think these would make lovely Mother's Day cards. So pretty. So pretty. Love them. And I love a card without a sentiment. Let's put it that way. I was just putting it up that way so I could see it because I think it's so pretty. This would be a nice like Valentine's card or anniversary card. Got me a 36th anniversary just around the corner. And you know, and if you're going to, I mean, I went to a wedding that was like a proper sort of 1950s theme, and it was all sort of rustic, and this would have been a perfect wedding card for that. Fitted in really well. And I say for a journal, that could be a journaling card. You could ink around the edge, and that would be really nice. So liking that as an idea. Now I did think I could do some let me cut this to a normal card blank size. So I'm gonna scroll down there. And cut it in half. There. So we've got like our normal card size. It's annoying me that this is a thinner card. I'm gonna live with it for the moment. There we go, and then that could sit on that with a little space at the bottom, so it's almost like, actually if I cut a little bit more off, it'd be like a Polaroid photograph, because they have that, but they're a little bit shorter there. But I like that. I like that. I think they work as well. Yeah, let's get them stuck down. And again, this could be a journaling card, lots of journaling space. You know, not one that opens, but if it was flat. So that's another style. I could put sentiment on there, but I like my cards left without a sentiment so that I can pick one for the occasion. So there's that. And then I had another idea, so I'm going to, no, it's too big. The idea was to do that sort of thing. But it wouldn't work on this size of a card. But I could make a bigger card. I could. Right, let's do a sort of a square one. So we'll cut this down to 5 7/8, and then this will fold in half, and that gives us a square card. It's not quite 6 by 6, it's the closest you get. Oh, nail varnish just came out on there. That's as close as you get with UK size paper, and I guess with US it would be 5.5 by 5.5 if you did this, because your paper's 11. So one of those in the middle and a decorative square. Either side, but they would need matting. But I think that would work. I might print some of those nice backing pages actually, because now I've got an idea. That's what I want to do. So I've printed some of these sheets, so I thought these colourful ones might work well as a square in the background of some of these. So I chose that one and that one. They're just gorgeous. I love that blue. So I thought some of these, that blue would work really well in the background. And I printed them smaller. I thought whilst I was at my printer, so I think these would make lovely toppers on tags, which I might bring you another video doing that. Printed these at 90%, 2 to a page in the way that I showed you, and then I printed some of these words off. I chose the blue and the grungy, so I thought they would go. So that's my thinking. Right, now let's see. Yeah, I think that one goes well with that blue, doesn't it? We've got the blue there, as does that one actually. I was thinking, so I've printed these colours. Oh, I might do, oh, that would work well with that. That's what I was thinking. But these colourful backgrounds would work well with some of these. They do, don't they? Just brilliant. Right, so I think I'm going with these two. So I am going to think about what size square either side I want. So what are we doing? I might do, yeah, I might do a 2-inch square. So if I'm doing 2 inches in the black as a mat, then I'll do 1 3/4 in this. Let's see how that's looking. That's now looking a bit small. Not sure that I want that piece. I want a piece with colour in. get the black. So let's do 2 inches and see what that's going to look like. I might make it a bit bigger. So let's just have a wee play. Can't believe we're making cards. Look at me. So put that up there. That's what I'm thinking. That down there. Not spoiling my view. Trying before I commit. And then that on there. Yeah, I do actually think that's the right size. I'm not sure that's the right colour section. I might be better with that bit, but that is definitely the right size that I'm thinking of. Let me just try the squares for now. Right, so I'm thinking that blue with there and that pink with there, or yeah, maybe that way. Okay, okay. Cooking on the gas. Yeah. I'm gonna try it the other way around as well, just to double check that I don't want the pink at the top and the blue at the bottom. So there's that, or yeah, I think I might do it that way. I think we might do that. So I'm going to put this up to the top corner, sort of eyeballing a similar margin as the one we've got there. Do the same down here. And then we've got that to go across the middle. Now you can stick it down or you could pop it up. Cards are sometimes nice popped up. I think I'm going to pop it up. So I've got my sticky pads to pop this up. I just think it gives a card a little something else, makes it a little bit extra special. So I'm just going to pop these on. And I've got these because I've previously been a card maker, but I've seen other people. I see Tracy Fox using like really nice sort of lightweight cardboard, which is a brilliant idea. So, but I've still got loads and loads of sticky pads to use up, so I'll use those until they're gone. Chuck them in the bin. Right, let's put these up. So I'm going to bring it closer to myself so I can check that it's straight. Pop it down before I press down. I think I'm quite happy with that. There, love it. And I did get the words, so I was thinking I could put some words on it. So I might chop a few of these up. I'm just gonna cut them. I can't decide if I want the blue. There was like a pinky one as well, but I thought I was less likely to use the pinky one. Right, what shall we have? We've got love. It's got a heart on it. I thought some sort of I'm going to cut the same one out in the brown. I'm thinking the brown would be better, and I'm going to put a black background on it. I've got some little black scraps, but I saved these, so that'd be cool. Stick that on and have a little border. I might cut it down a little bit. I've got loads of stamps with sentiments on, so I could stamp on it, but I like the idea of using this one. So that's, let me check. It's still got a bit of white up there. Cut that off. That'll do. Right, I'll stick that down. No inking, that's really weird. That I'm not inking. And I'm just going to stick that in the corner. So I only have two sides to cut. So I've got that. There we go, perfect. Stick that on there. Now you could pop that up again or stick it down. Now if you're posting in the UK with these type of sticky pads that I've got here, if you put two on it, so I've got one underneath this and I put another one under there, you'd have to go large letter. So I tend not to do that if I'm posting. I'm not going to post this one, so so I don't have to worry. So I'm gonna just cut that bit off there and stick it on. Cut that end bit off there, Jez. It's slightly too long. It would have been all right if I'd have started right at the edge, but I didn't, so that's that. And then the possibilities with these are endless. I watched Rach's, so I started doing this yesterday and I didn't finish. And so here I am the next morning. And since then, Rach has done her launch video, and she was saying about the possibilities was something like 10 to the power of 10 on one of the kits. So it's like a billion, something like that. But so yeah, really are endless possibilities with this, but I'm loving that. I think having a sentiment really helps. So on the other cards that I've made, I can see me putting different sentiments on, but at the moment I know where I'm doing with that one, but I haven't got thoughts with this, so I'd put sentiments on them at a later date. But I'm just thinking about, I may not make them all. I've got them prepped now. I've got these prepped now, ready to use on something, but I may not do them yet. Now I've got these background sheets, and I was thinking how I might use them. Yes, that's right. So I think that one looks nice on that, because it's got that sort of blue background. Because I think they don't work on this. It might work a bit on that because it's got the blue. Do you know, I do love that one. But I might print the pinky one off as well, because I think they'd work with that. So I'm going to cut this up there. I could have made the card base out of this, Jess, couldn't you? What a wally. Could have done that. But I like that. Like that. Might be better on a black card base. Thinking about it. If it was a black card base and just a bit of black. That would pop, wouldn't it? Certainly would. This is quite thin, but if I've got this stuck to it, it'd be fine. And I could put a cream layer on the inside. Cooking on gas. Cooking on the gas. So this is, it's because I didn't plan this, and it's all on the fly. But that's how I craft normally, and if I've done a prototype, then I'm just giving you like a more polished version on video. But this is what I'd be doing. Right. Put that on there, so we've got a little bit, tiny little bit of black showing through, and that on the front. Yep, that will work. I might take a smidge, just a smidge more off this, bring in my little trimmer to help with a tiny smidge. I'm going to use glue with a wriggle room, so I'm not going to use art glitter because it has no blooming wriggle room. So I'm going to use my colour. me do a massive great big blob there at the top. What a wally. There we go. Going to use my glue spreader because I don't want that oozing. So let me just bring that in from the edge a bit. Oh, I can tell I've not crafted for ages because the smell of that is really noticeable, and normally I don't notice it, so I obviously build up an intolerance. And a tolerance rather, not an intolerance. Oh dear. There we go, perfect. And then I'm going to stick it up like I did before. Oh. Come off. These are really easy lift ones. I sometimes get pound shop ones, and they like, you try and take the top off and they're like, the stick comes with it and you end up with it on your hand. It's horrible. Those are Stampin' Up ones that I've still got left. Anyway, there we go. Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. Right, so it needs, I won't put that on there. So it needs, I'm going to cut one of these cream ones up to go on the inside. Not a bad guess there, Jez. So if I stick that on the inside, then I've got somewhere to write, and I might just do some, I might fancy a corner, do a fancy corner. And that looks well posh on the inside. When I used to make mini journals, I always use black as the base and sort of matte things, and it really does make them pop. And if I was doing a space for adding a photo or journaling, I'd always do fancy little corners like this. It's amazing how transferable your skills are. And this would also be a nice folded journaling card in a journal as well. You could actually have a photo there, writing here. You could also do something on the back there, and that would work well in a journal as well. You could always shrink it down. Right, so I think we'll have some blue words on this one. I mean, I don't want another Be Brave one, but you can see the blue would work really well. Never give up hope, quite like that. We're going for that. Very appropriate for an occasion I'm thinking of. I might break it down. I could just do never give up. No, I want some hope in there. And what's brilliant is that you can make this over and over again, because you just print it off again. Right, want them stuck down on here so we can cut them out. I think we'll make this the last one. Then I've given you lots of different ideas for using this. And this is not journaling, this is just showing the versatility of the kit. And I have thoroughly enjoyed making these, and I'd forgotten how much I did like making cards. I've got a whole playlist of cards, different cards, Christmas cards, ordinary cards, like birthday cards, wedding cards, anniversary cards, thank you cards, loads, fun folds, 3D cards. And this would make a nice sort of message in a journal as well. And that's oozed a bit, but I think it will dry clear, won't it? Not glitter, it dries clear, doesn't it? And not being perfect is perfect. And I love having little words just separated like this, all matted. I think it gives a nice little look to it. I'm thinking might just do the never give up. I'll leave hope for another day. Yeah, like that. Start from the bottom one. I might do them on top of each other actually. Yeah, I'll do that. Like an inverted Christmas tree. I know what I mean. And if you know what I mean, you're as weird as me. So this could be somebody who's taken their driving test a gazillion times, and you can give them this card before they go in for the gazillionth time. Never give up. Keep going. Keep going. Or they might have just failed it again for the umpteenth time. So there. That's it. That's long enough. Got a bit of editing to do on this to speed things up. But I think I've been quite long. So yeah, that's my ideas. My first idea. I've got others buzzing around my brain, but for now, scooch that little lot out the way. That is what we've done today, and I've got some prepped. So that's with a bit of colour, that's plain. So they look quite different when you add a background. And then we've got some nice little square ones, and you can see how nice they look with the sentiment done like that. And then that's my big square one with some little squares either side. So hope that's given you some ideas for using this kit. You know, it doesn't take much to make them pop and look lovely with a little bit of matting and layering. That's a lovely journaling card. But I've made them into greetings cards, which, you know, you might sit and think, oh, I've never made cards. But if you can do a journaling card, you can make a card. It's the same principle. Okay, so I will link down below to the kit, and yeah, go grab it. It's beyond, I think, 30% off, because it's just been released. So grab a bargain, have some play. The possibilities are endless. Okay, bye for now. I'll be back soon with another project. Don't forget to like and subscribe.